Jamie Khan here for Seconds Out with President of the George Groves Boxing Club, George Groves himself. George, my mind's gone blank. Where can I find or listen to that podcast?
Everywhere you get your podcast, mate. Absolutely anywhere. I don't know. There is a
Spotify?
There's a generic line. Yeah, well, yeah. There's a big company called Spotify. They play a lot of stuff. We're on there. iTunes. Anyway, you get your podcasts. Amazon Music, you can listen ad-free, believe it or not. Amazon Music, ad-free. George Groves Boxing Club. We're out every Wednesday. Plenty of other bonus content as well.
Shameless plug aside, let's get into the action. Carolien Dubois was plugging away. Nearly got the prize that she wanted in an early finish, but a highlight reel knockdown nonetheless. Good performance from her.
Yeah, great performance from her. And Rodriguez was brilliant. Great, good fighter. Tough. I looked her up. I saw some of her fights, looked up her record. Yeah, the fights that she had lost, they were all on that majority or split decisions. So you wonder whether she's just got that style where every round is tight, or whether she should have got the nod and she hasn't. I knew she'd be a tough ask. But I know the McGuigan gym set up. I know that they want to push their fighters, and I know that they don't push their fighters too hard or too far. So I haven't been in the gym with and seen Carolien lately, but I assumed that she had been flying, and I think she put in a fantastic performance tonight. She showed that she wants to rise to the occasion, to headline, to be the main attraction, and she wants to put in the performances to warrant that. She couldn't get rid of Rodriguez tonight, but she came very close. That check sort of short right hook from the southpaw stance is a lethal shot of hers, brilliant shot. And Rodriguez was hurt. I think she was really hurt from the first knockdown. The second knockdown caught her on the way in. Brilliant performance. She'll be a little bit frustrated, I'm sure, to not get another KO victory on the resume. But a great performance from her nonetheless.
On the other side of London, Opatai defeated Thompson, defending his belt. CBS was there to watch the fight. In future, if the fight does get made between the two, do you favour CBS in the fight against Opatai?
Yeah, I mean, CBS, again, write him off of your peril. He's one of the most improved fighters in Britain. People would have written him off against Lawrence Okoli, and he just showed just how much of an improved fighter that he is. He's always been tough and sort of durable, and tough mindset and good engine, and would have eke out wins sometimes. But now he's hitting hard. Just his technical ability has improved immensely. But Jai Opetaia is someone to not overlook at all. Obviously, an Australian, I haven't seen an awful lot of him, but I see the Breeders' fight and a couple of others before. High-level amateur, went to Olympic Games, hasn't put a foot wrong, and he was a big underdog, I think, before the Breeders' fight. He's had a frustrating time out of the ring since. He's had a broken jaw to overcome. He's had a couple of hand issues, but I haven't seen the fight tonight. Jordan Thompson's no slouch, and if he's got rid of him in 4 rounds, that's a significant win for him. Hopefully the fight can get made. I'm sure Chris is in talks of who he's going to fight next. Lawrence Okoli had a rematch clause, but it seems that maybe the networks or someone's not keen on that. That hasn't been made yet. Talk of Masterneck or maybe a few others, but he'll be looking to be busy, get one more in, and then look for maybe a unification. So exciting times.
Yeah, pick your brain on some of the things in the wider boxing sphere. Fury Usyk could put pen to paper on a fight. Boxing fans aren't quite fully excited yet because we've had many false dawns, but as a fighter, from a fighter's perspective, who do you favour in the fight if it does materialise?
I think Usyk beats Fury. He's a better boxer. He's always performed, always showed up, never been found wanting, never found short. Obviously, everyone's going to say, well, the same can be said for Tyson Fury. But I just think, looking at the current form, lots of Brits over here were a little bit outraged with the sort of the low blow incident with Daniel Dubois, but it was a pretty one-sided fight, and I think Usyk showed his class. And Tyson Fury hasn't boxed that much lately, flirted with retirement, and now he's fighting a UFC fighter. So don't know what his mindset will be for that, but he likes being the man. And if he does think he can beat Usyk, then the fight happens. But if he doesn't think he can beat Usyk, then that fight's going to somehow fall through. Let's see.
If Fury does beat Usyk, is it greater than or close to his win against Klitschko?
Yeah. Don't know. Maybe. I mean, Klitschko's obviously a bigger, slightly more established champion. Well, he's been around for longer, but I don't think he'd been on the sort of run of form that Usyk is currently in. I think, yeah, maybe it'd be more significant than the Klitschko. But that was incredible what he did that night. He went to Germany, beat Klitschko when no one really thought he could. But he bamboozled him. He did what he had to do to win. But maybe he also got Klitschko, who was overlooking him and caught him at the right time of his career with injuries and stuff like that. And then obviously tested positive not that long after. So, yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
From an Usyk point of view, if he does win, you have to put him at pound for pound number one?
Pound for pound number one? I'm not sure, because it's boxing is heavyweight boxing. I think he is the only heavyweight I'd put in the top 5 pound for pound. But let's not write off Crawford. Let's not write off even Canelo. We've got Canelo this weekend. If he gets beat by Charlo, does Charlo end up in the pound for pounds? We've got Inoue, who can't seem to do anything wrong. So there's a shout. There's a definite shout. But heavyweight division is the pound for pound division, isn't it? Because you can weigh what you like. And sometimes big guys fight little guys. And when a little guy beats the big guy, you go, fucking hell, he's a pound for pound fighter. So we'll see.
George, lastly, we saw Conor Benn return to the ring. There's a lot of talk about this Eubank Benn fight. After the recent fights, the victory over Liam Smith in the rematch and this victory over Roscoe, who would you favour in the fight if those two do meet?
I haven't seen Conor Benn's fight last week, so I'm not sure where he's at and what he's at. Obviously, he hasn't boxed in so long. But Eubank boxed really well. Like last time out against Liam Smith, I thought he was a shot fighter. I thought he was finished. I thought the body's failing him, the punch resistance is gone, but that's not the case. He made some changes, he's got a new team, and he boxed really, really well. Liam Smith was flat, so I don't think that was, it's not completely flattering for Eubank, even though Liam Smith was flat. But I think if they both fight, I'll make Eubank the favourite. He's a naturally bigger guy. He's been in there with better names, even the guys he hasn't beat, more seasoned, established fighters. And but once the fight's made, there's a date set. You can have a little watch, a little study, and then give a more accurate answer. But it's an exciting fight, isn't it? Really, if it gets made, it certainly will capture the British, well, probably maybe even world boxing's imagination. And then hopefully they can all go vegan this time round and no dodgy eggs or anything like that.
George, a real pleasure. Thanks for speaking to Seconds Out. Got more questions on the table, but I'll leave them for another time. Much appreciated.
All right.
Thank you.